Hi guys, it's Nick here, and I have a problem. My room is an absolute tip, which is why I'm here, because I'm against a wall and you can't see any of said tip. But one of the main reasons why my room is so messy is because I just have more stuff than space. I just hang on to stuff, and one of the types of stuff, that's really bad English, well done Nick. And one of the things that I hang on to far more than I should is books, because I'm a bookworm and I love to read, and it seems to divide, like, the idea of unhauling books seems to divide, like, the reading community. Like, some people are like, yeah, I never read a book again, so I just get rid of them, and some people are like, I want to keep them forever just in case I have time to reread them and because they look pretty on my shelf, which is me. But the thing is, as much as it's going to pain me to do it, I have to do a book unhaul because I just have no room. There are a lot to get through, so I'll just get started. Okay, so first up I have Complicit by Nikki French. I am a big Nikki French fan. I think their books, they're a husband and wife writing team. I think they're really good, and I've kept a couple of theirs, but I just realised this one was still on my shelf and I didn't really enjoy it as much as I enjoyed some of the others. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting rid of that one. It's a good book, just not one I'm ever gonna read again, and it's taking up valuable room. I'm really sad to be getting rid of this next one, but it's Report for Murder by Val McDermid, although she is authored as V.L. McDermid on this one. I think it might have been the first novel she had published, and she has a few serial characters that she sort of brings back, and this is Lindsay Gordon, who I'm not sure she's written about for a while. I'm a huge fan of the Tony Hill and Carol Jordan ones. They're my favourite books. They are the only books I generally buy in hardback as soon as they come out, although I haven't bought the new one yet. I don't really want to get rid of this one because I would pretty much read anything Val McDermid wrote or writes, but I didn't enjoy this one as much. I haven't got the others in the series. I just sort of get them from my library now and again when I have a craving for a Val McDermid book, and so rather than just have one of a series on my shelf, I think I'll just go for having none. This next one is another crime novel, Linda LaPlante, The Red Dahlia, I think you pronounce that? Dahlia. I got this free in a magazine years ago, but I just never got around to reading this one. The next one is my All by Myself by Jeff Dunham. Some of you, if you read my blog, may know that I started to learn ventriloquism last year, I think it was. And it had been something I'd wanted to learn for a while but hadn't really bothered, and then I discovered Jeff Dunham, and I just find him really funny, and then I realised he had an autobiography out, and I picked it up to see if it had any tips, and it is more an autobiography than like a how to be a ventriloquist guide, but it's still really funny. I do enjoy reading memoirs and autobiographies and of things like that if it's somebody who I'm interested in or who shares a hobby of mine, or you know, people with anxiety and stuff like that. I love to read them, but they're not the kind of thing I read more than once. The next one I was holding on to out of loyalty to who wrote it, basically, and it's Death's Daughter by Amber Benson, who, if you don't know who Amber Benson is, she played Tara in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I absolutely love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was like my life. I got into it after it finished, unfortunately, but it was like my life for years and years in high school. I am so glad that Tumblr, like, I didn't know that Tumblr might have been a thing, but I didn't know Tumblr was a thing at that point, and I'm glad because I dread to imagine what my Tumblr blog would have looked like. I read it. It was okay. I think it is aimed mostly at an adult audience, but I don't know. It was kind of one of those in-betweeny books where it wasn't really it would appeal to teenagers, but I think she was trying to write to an adult audience, and it was okay. It's the first Calliope Reaper Jones novel about Death's daughter, funnily enough. It was okay. I didn't see the ending coming though, which was good, but I don't think I'll be going to the effort of like tracking down the others, which is such a shame. I'm sorry, Amber, I love you, but I just don't have the room to keep this. I'm sorry. This book is another crime book. I do read more than crime, although I did go through a phase of years where for a few years where I only really read crime novels. The Shakespeare Curse by J.L. Carroll, had it for years. Don't know if my boyfriend bought it. I probably shouldn't be getting rid of this one, but I haven't read it, but I've loaned it out to various friends who have read it, and I just thought if I'm loaning it out like a library book to other people and not reading it, then I might as well just give it to somebody else. Yep, another book I bought because my friend liked the author and never read. Mallory's Oracle by Carol O'Connell. No idea, know nothing about it. Had it since high school, never read it. Time to go. This next one I did debate for a while over whether or not to get rid of, and it's a manga. I don't own many mangas. I think I usually read them and then pass them on or something. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the Japanese, but it looks like it's called From Me to You, and it's the first volume that I think I got as a freebie at Comic-Con. Not this Comic-Con, but the Comic-Con before. And I did really enjoy it. The thing is, I don't buy manga because I understand, like, this retailed at £7, and obviously because manga is quite picture-y and stuff, I read it really quickly, and I understand why manga costs more money, but I can't afford to keep buying it, so it is something I would be interested in reading the other volumes of, and I don't read a lot of manga, so if you want to recommend any or anything like that, or you've read more of these, then let me know, because I'd be really interested. But I'm just gonna get rid of it because, again, it seems pointless to have one of a series on my shelf when I'm not gonna read it again. This next one I have read and is not a crime novel or manga, and it's Empress of the World by, I don't know if she's Sarah Ryan or Sarah without an H Ryan, like, I don't know. And it's a wonderful LGBT YA novel, and it's just about a girl who goes away to uni and meets sort of a summer camp, and meets another girl and falls in love, and sort of deals with all that stuff. It's a lovely book, but I have a lot of other books along the same theme that I just think do it better. I picked this up secondhand anyway, which is why it's looking quite old, I think. So yeah, I will be getting rid of this one, but it is a good read, so if you like young adult novels or books with LGBT characters or just a plain old nice love story, do pick it up because it is worth it. This next one I feel really guilty about getting rid of, and I picked it up on a whim because it sounded like a really good idea, and it's Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. I think that's how you pronounce it, Carriger. And I picked it up because it sounded really good. It's like a Victorian steampunk kind of novel about girls who go to a finishing school but then are taught how to be spies. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really cool. And I opened it up and I read like 2 pages, and I think the main character is called Sorafina. I think that's how you pronounce it. And a couple of the other characters seem to have really strange names, and I just thought, as awful as it sounds, the really strange names will just probably annoy me and put me off. And I did see it's a series, the first in a series, or I think it might be a trilogy, and I saw one of them in the library the other day. So I thought, well, if I want to pick them up, I can probably grab it from the library, so I might as well just donate it to... All of these books I'm going to donate to charity or my local library or something, so might as well donate it to a good cause and let other people read it, and then I can always pick it up from my library at some other point. So that concludes my little book unhaul. I have no idea how many books are in this pile. It's a larger pile than I was expecting, actually, when I started to gather up the books that I wanted to get rid of. I think I've been quite ruthless. I am quite proud of myself. Let me know how you feel about getting rid of books. Like, are you not bothered? Do you hate it? Do you do it like once every 10 years or something? Let me know. Also, let me know if you've read any of these books and what you think about them, or if any of them are on your TBR. If you like this video, then I've done things like book hauls and stuff before, which I will put links to up here, so you can check those out if you want to. And thank you for watching. Sorry this has been a long video, but I can talk about books forever. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to, and hit like if you enjoyed the video, because it would really help me out. And I will see you again soon. Bye!